Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another Real Madrid preview. This is the preview to the Manchester City game, Champions League semi-finals. What a game that is going to be! A game that I am massively excited for, and I'm sure a lot of Real Madrid fans, a lot of Manchester City fans, or just neutral fans are very, very, very interested for. I mean, look, this game is the biggest game of the season. Now, I know I said that about Liverpool, I know I said that about Chelsea, but you compare Manchester City to those two teams. Liverpool and Chelsea have both dropped off since where they were last season. But Manchester City have only gotten stronger and stronger, and I'm sure you know where I'm coming from. Erling Haaland, what a beast he is. We'll talk more about him later on. But like I said, Man City have only gotten better and better and better this season. So you compare Real Madrid Man City from last season to this season, we are playing against a side that are way better than they were last season, and we couldn't even beat them last season. We beat them within 2 minutes because Rodrigo scored 2 goals in 2 minutes to bring it to extra time, and then Benzema scored a penalty to win it. You need to realize that this season is going to be tough. Another reason, we are playing at home in the first leg, and then the second leg is at the Etihad. The fact that the second leg is away makes this game 10 times harder, because preferably you'd rather play the first game at the Etihad and the second game at the Bernabeu with the home fans. Man City has and have the advantage with the home fans at home. The first leg, I expect Man City to come in not going full out 100% offensive. Maybe, I think even getting a draw for Man City in the first leg, it's going to be a very good result for them, because then they can take a draw, something to work with, back to the Bernabeu, back to the Etihad, sorry. So, Real Madrid realistically have to play at their 100% best. And look, we've seen Real Madrid play some very, very good football this season. The 5-1 at Anfield. No, it was the 5-2 at Anfield. And even recently against Barcelona, where we smashed them 4-0 at the Camp Nou. You know, these are what we want to go for. Can we do it? I doubt so. But as they say, 1% chance, 99% faith. You gotta have faith. You gotta go out there and have that mentality and the mindset thinking, we can do it. And not give up, basically. So, look, it's not going to be easy. It's the toughest opponent that we'll play this season. I think if we manage to beat Man City across 2 legs, playing either AC Milan or Inter Milan in the final would be easier than Man City. I think it's the same thing with Man City. I think Man City would say to themselves, look, playing Bayern Munich and playing Real Madrid is tougher than playing Inter and AC Milan. But for our own perspective, it's the toughest game if we do make it to the final. Part of our run. It's the toughest. Man City, without a doubt, are the best team, along with Real Madrid, I would say, in the world. So look, this is going to be very, very, very tough. But we can only wait and see what happens. So let's get into the starting 11. For me, the goalkeeper, we don't have to talk much about that, Thibaut Courtois. The back line, I think Carvajal will start. Obviously, he won't be able to play in La Liga after he got his red card against Sociedad. So Carvajal, I will play him. He's crucial. He's still the number one right back for me. But it depends who Man City play on the left, and we'll talk about how they have been playing this season. But Carvajal for me. Now I completely forgot about Militao suspension. So sorry, my bad. I was looking at the screen going, it looks a bit weird, but I don't know what's weird. And then I realized, so look, Militao suspended. So that means Rudiger will come in next to Alaba, because Alaba is now back. He's playing, and hopefully he trains and he's back. Because realistically, I just can't if it's Rudiger and Nacho. So for me, Rudiger and Alaba next to each other, and then if you do that, you have to play Camavinga left back. Realistically, I was thinking Militao before he got a suspension next to Rudiger and Alaba left back, but you can't even do that now. So Camavinga has to play left back for this game. So that is realistically the back five we're looking at. My bad, I forgot about Militao suspension. Midfield trio. You need Modric, you need Kroos, you need the golden oldies. You need them in the midfield controlling the tempo of the game. Man City, if they do play with a three in the midfield, KDB, Bernardo Silva, Gundogan, Rodri, they've got 4 choices, and I expect KDB, Rodri, and Gundogan. Maybe Bernardo Silva for Gundogan. But if you have the likes of KDB, the likes of Rodri, the likes of Gundogan, they are going to be players who will be trying to control the midfield, trying to control the possession. And when Modric and Kroos have the ball, you want them to slow down the pace of the game. You want them to play the way they do, and they have been playing. So realistically, you need them. And then I would play Valverde over Tchouaméni. And I know I would normally say Kroos, Modric, Tchouaméni, but Valverde's pace is very crucial. That pace and the fact that he's so versatile, he can move to the right, he can come in the middle, he can go to the left, he can come back. We need players like Fede Valverde who are willing to give their 100% to run around like a madman. I know it sounds weird, but to run everywhere and to use their pace. You need that kind of player. So Valverde has to play. And then my front three, you gotta be going in for goals. Usually I would say Vini Jr., Benzema, Valverde, but screw that, Rodrigo. Scored 2 against Osasuna. You need offensive threat, you need goal scorers. The pace of Vini on the left, the pace of Rodrigo on the right, and the number 9, the vital part of this team, Benzema, to get the goals. Perfect. That is realistically the perfect starting 11. Tchouaméni, you can bring him on if you've got something to protect late on. Asensio, maybe you want to bring him on. But except for that, I would have this as my 11, because I genuinely think this is a very, very solid side and arguably the best side we can put out there. And against Man City, we have to be thinking about putting out the best side we can, because we're playing at home and the second leg is at the Etihad, and we're playing against a team that might be coming here and maybe not going full out attack on us. Anyways, I just want to have a look at how Manchester City have been playing. They have been on an unbeaten run. The last time they realistically lost was against, wow, it goes a long way back to, it's even further back. They've been winning or drawing for a very long time. The last time they lost was in February to Tottenham Hotspur. They've been unbeaten for the last 3 months, if that's right. And when I say unbeaten, I don't mean just winning. I mean winning and drawing. as long as they haven't lost. And I can't see any losses here. I genuinely can't. So, let's have a look at their game against Leeds. When they won 2-0. Gundogan with 2, Mars with 2 assists. He only made 1 sub. I can't believe that. So, this is how realistically they have been putting their team forward. Pep Guardiola. It looks like a tree at the back, but I think what he does is he changes it to a 4 at the back, realistically. So you look at the team he puts up. I don't think this is how it plays in the game. I don't think Alvarez is a center mid / cam. I think Ake is now the left back, Laporte is the left center back, Akanji right to the back, and Rico Lewis is the right back. Then I would expect Gundogan and KDB in the midfield as a pivot, but KDB allowed to go forward, with Foden coming into the midfield and Alvarez potentially going out, with Mahrez on the right and Haaland up front. So I think what Pep is going to do is he's going to go with a similar team. Now, maybe Ake's injured. I'm not sure what their injury issues and record and suspensions are. But let's take, for example, this side, right? I'm not sure if John Stones is going to be back, but you could see Laporte, Akanji, and Stones with Rico Lewis, Gundogan, Mahrez, Alvarez, De Bruyne, Foden, Haaland. So then you're looking at someone like Laporte to be your left back, realistically. Maybe Akanji actually. Yeah, maybe Akanji to play on the left, Laporte in the middle, John Stones on the right, as a 3 centre backs. But if you do switch your 4 the back, you're looking at Akanji left back, Laporte left centre back, Stones right centre back, Rico Lewis right back. But Ruben Dias, we forgot about Ruben Dias as well. So maybe Ruben Dias replaces Rico Lewis, and then you're looking at Akanji left back, Laporte, Dias, and John Stones as your back 4. 4 centre backs, but it's a back 4. I think that's what it's gonna do. I think Akanji, Laporte, Dias, Stones is what it's gonna do. And then he could do Gundogan and Rodri. Of course, you didn't remember that Rodri has to play, because he's solid. And then De Bruyne with potentially Foden or Grealish, Mahrez, and Haaland. So what he might do is he might go with this 3-2-4-1 setup at first. So maybe he replaces a few players. So Ake for Ruben Dias, and then Akanji here. So it's Akanji, Laporte, Dias, John Stones to start maybe as a DM, but gradually move back to the right back. And then Rodri next to him to start things off. Foden, Mahrez, De Bruyne, Gundogan, and then Haaland. So we could see Gundogan push up. And you do realize that this is just the starting 11. This isn't how he plays. This is how he puts his team forward. So I think he might create a 11 that is Gundogan and De Bruyne as like a 10, and then Rodri and Stones, and then the 3.5s. Realistically, let's just have a look at some of the other games that they've been playing, like West Ham United, when they won 3-0. Again, look, it's simpler, and yeah, this is what I'm saying, right? This is what I'm saying. So Stones in this graph, in this 11 here, Stones and Rodri are the DMs. Ruben Dias is starting. Is there any other good examples? Let's go back to Fulham here. So something along these lines, he might go with this as a starting 11. Edison in goal, left center back Akanji, maybe Laporte in the middle, and then Ruben Diaz on the right. Stones is the right DM, but gradually he'll move back to right back. Rodri next to him, Mahrez and Grealish / Foden, Gundogan as the 10, De Bruyne as the 10, and Haaland as the 9. So that's what I expect of Guardiola and City based on this season. So my score predictions, it's tough. I hate to say this. I'm gonna go with a 2-2 draw. I think Real Madrid can hold City to a draw. But that's not what we need. We need a win. But can I see Real Madrid winning? Unlikely. So I'm going to go with a draw. But let's see what happens. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Hit that if you did. Subscribe to the channel on already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.